Check it out. I won. For me to properly explain what the heck that is and how I won $100,000 from State Farm, we have to go back a few weeks. I've been part of a series called the State Farm Gamerhood Challenge. It's 8 gamers in teams of 2 who are competing for $100,000 for their charity of choice. I was teamed up with Typical Gamer, and our charity of choice was Feeding America, because, we want to make sure everybody's fed. The way you determine who wins $100,000 is by getting points. Every episode you can get points. You can get them by winning a physical challenge. You can get them by winning a gaming challenge. And then you can wager 5 points to get or maybe lose some points against Jake from State Farm. The top 2 highest scoring teams will go head to head, and whoever wins that is the State Farm Gamerhood Challenge winner. Things, however, started off a bit rocky for us, you could say. We ended up winning a lot of the games because Typical Gamer's good at FPSs like Splitgate, and I'm good at Among Us. But we ended up losing 5 points to Jake from State Farm, which set us back a lot. We were in 4th place. Not a good spot to be if you're trying to get first, but bit by bit, we started to mount a little comeback. Nothing crazy, but we had some pretty good performances that brought us in 3rd place, a step up. However, that's when I realized that there might be a group of people who don't want us to win. You could call it a clique, a faction, a cabal, but it seemed as though there was a group of people who didn't want us to win, who wanted us to stay in 3rd or maybe even 4th place. I don't know why this existed, but it was all too apparent during the puzzle challenge. A very innocent challenge on the surface. You have to do a maze, and the maze unlocks keys, which unlocks a box full of puzzle pieces, and the first one to complete the puzzle wins. And although we were the second to unlock our box of puzzle pieces, we realized that the puzzle might not be possible to solve because somebody switched out one of our puzzle pieces with ninjas. Was it Ninja and Jess? Was it Jake from State Farm? I don't know. I'm not given insight to these things. What I do know, however, is that it was impossible for us to beat our puzzle. So although we were last place, we should have been maybe 2nd, if not 1st.
The entire time of this 5-week-long event, the man has been against us.
Okay.
Why? I don't know.
Could be the pineapple shirt.
Maybe. I don't know.
The man has been against you?
Yes.
Which man?
The man.
Which man?
Like your teammate?
Oh, it goes all the way up. I don't know.
Oh, or Jake from State Farm?
State Farm himself. Not Jake, but his boss. Who's Jake's boss? Mr. State Farm.
Mr. State Farm
Yes.
has been against them the whole time.
Interesting.
There's a cabal! Somewhere, there's a cabal! And that's when me and Typical Gamer decided to get serious. Now again, top 2 highest point earners will go head to head for everything, and we're currently in 3rd place behind Ninja and Jess, my sworn rival. But we knew the next game coming up was Stick Fight. In fact, all the contestants did. But rather than use our lunch break to chill or take a nap or eat food, we decided to spend the entire hour grinding Stick Fight. And we became weirdly good at Stick Fight. So good that in a double elimination bracket, we did not lose a single game to any of the other teams. And the way it works in the Gamerhood is that if you win the video game, you get to go head-to-head against Jake from State Farm for 5 points. Again, you can lose 5 points. We know this because it has happened to us. But this time, I would have my revenge. Luckily, the sport was basketball. And I don't like to talk about this, but I've played collegiate basketball.
I played in college. At Arizona State University, go Sun Devils. I played collegiate basketball till I broke my back. We didn't win a game.
Hey, we're playing a game, okay?
Wow.
Stop.
Okay, well, hopefully they'll...
I did, okay? Yeah, we lost every game, but I technically played. But I also put my money where my mouth is and made almost every single shot.
Where's this coming from?
We played collegiate basketball at Arizona State University, both of us.
Talking to you.
Go, what did you say? Go Sunbirds? You
Go
did
Sun
it.
Devils, baby.
Sure,
Sun
whatever.
Devils.
I didn't go to school. Oh! Now it's Ludwig. Ludwig is good! Game over!
Which was enough to beat Jake from State Farm, getting our revenge and also getting us enough points for 2nd place. We had one phrase going into the final week: job ain't done. We wanted to do as best we could to ensure that we would make it to top 2. Not just make it to top 2, but win it all. However, things did not go our way with the first challenge, draw that thing, because, well, candidly, I'm shit at drawing, and so is Typical Gamer.
Magneton, Magnemite. Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's a human and it turns into 3 red balls. What, am I dumb? State Farm. Jake from State Farm?
Yes, there you go.
However, the video game Brawlhalla is something I'm especially good at. Not because I've played the game a lot, but I'm just known for playing platform fighters. I used to be a competitive Super Smash Bros. Melee player, one of the best in the world. So you'd think we'd try our best to win, that way we could get first place overall. Wrong, that's what an idiot would do. We went a little farther. You see, from day dot, a cabal was trying to get us to lose. So we decided to read the rulebook. And I think Typical Gamer might have been a lawyer in a past life, but he read the entire rulebook front to back after we got scammed in the puzzle game. And he found out that top 2 make it. True, that is true. However, whoever gets second place actually gets to pick their teammates first, because everybody participates in the final challenge. So when we started playing Brawlhalla, we were not playing to win. We were playing for second place. We threw on purpose, guaranteeing ourselves second, that way we'd make it to the finals, but not first, so we get to pick who we want on our team, which is exactly how it went down.
My dog, Typical Gamer, did a bit of research.
Oh.
Found out that if you're second place going into the finals, you pick first.
Oh.
Oh, do you know who you're going to pick? You have any strategy there yet?
It basically means winning was a mistake, Dante and Berlizzi.
Wow, drama here in the gamerhood.
Smasher and Brawlhalla? Who told you that? We read the rules.
Oh, Ludwig, this is a scam. This is so unfair. It's for charity. I'm raising $100,000 to feed America. Sue me. And I don't think that Dante and Berlizzi were too happy about this.
Berlizzi.
You're like a collusion of everybody against us.
Okay, everyone, there can't be collusion against each and every one of you. That can't be how it works.
I'm just saying, how does he have inside information that going second allows him first pick in the next game?
There was one thing that didn't go our way, and it got us a little bit nervous. You see, Jake from State Farm is the unknown variable, and you're not allowed to pick Jake from State Farm. Only the gods can give you Jake from State Farm, and you have to roll a dice. If it lands on Jake, you get him. If it doesn't, you don't. And it did not go our way. Dante and Berlizzi, who were in first place throughout the entire competition, ended up getting Jake from State Farm on their team. We got Andrew, who seems like a pretty cool guy, but I mean, look at Jake, dude.
Ooh, Jake, good job.
Nice.
Oh,
right
tags
on.
Ludwig. Oh, tags Typical Gamer. That's a whole field clear. Andrew's coming in.
And let me at this point explain what the final game is. It's called the final splat, the splat down. You basically take a bunch of balls, you dunk them in paint, and you have to knock down targets with those paintballs. And if you knock down more targets than your opponents, you win. The only catch, however, is that if you hit one of your opponents with a paintball, then they have to run all the way back to the start. So it's kind of a game of dodgeball mixed with a game of archery practice.
And Ludwig is already on the way, and look at him go. He's fine. Okay, great throw there, Lud.
Great throw.
Way to go. Okay, this is a lot harder than you thought it was going to be, huh?
There's also some obstacles that get in the way of hitting somebody. And so the strategy that the opponents were using was to hide behind these giant inflatable objects while just pegging targets from a distance. But a little known fact about me is that I threw out my elbow senior year of high school by playing dodgeball. Because every week in gym class, we would do seniors versus juniors in dodgeball, and I did not want to ruin the seniors' reputation, so I went as hard as I possibly could. So hard, in fact, that I actually threw out my elbow the end of senior year. However, I never lost the skill, and I implemented the same skill in the splat down today. I was throwing some heat.
Oh, Berlizzi's out.
And after it was all said and done, we won the State Farm Gamerhood Challenge from 4th place to 1st place. Which also means we raised $100,000 for Feeding America, which I think is awesome. At this point, I have to give a huge shout out to everyone who's involved in the State Farm Gamerhood Challenge, especially Dante and Berlizzi for being great opponents and also dealing with our sweaty asses, and everybody else who's part of the team. You guys can go to statefarm.com/gamerhood to check out more behind the scenes content from the State Farm Gamerhood Challenge, and that's how I scammed Jake from State Farm out of $100,000. All right, goodbye. See you later. Goodbye now. See you later. Goodbye.